Long ago, there was a great kingdom ruled by a very kind-hearted king. The king had a pure heart and he lived by one simple rule. The greatest thing in life is to keep everyone happy. Anyone who came to the palace asking for help never returned empty-handed. The king always helped people with all his heart. But his wise minister often warned him, "Your Majesty, being too kind is not generosity, it is self-destruction. If you try to make everyone happy, one day you will lose everything." The king smiled and replied, "Life is only for a few days. We should make everyone happy. These people are my own people and I don't want anyone to be upset with me." The minister became silent, but deep inside he feared something terrible would happen. One night, the minister dressed like an ordinary man and went to the village. As he walked past an old inn, he heard several men talking inside. He quietly stood near the wall and listened. The leader of the group laughed and said, "Our king is foolish. He trusts everyone. We will go to the palace, pretend to serve him, win his trust, and then steal everything from him." The minister was shocked. He rushed back to the palace and warned the king, "Your Majesty, some people from the village are planning to rob you." But the king smiled and said, "You are doubting our own people for no reason." The minister replied, "I am telling you the truth." But the king refused to believe him. A few days later, those men arrived at the palace. On the first day, they acted like poor and loyal people. They praised the king and said, "We are always ready to serve you." They cleaned the palace, looked after the treasure room, and pretended to be honest servants. The king was very happy. He thought, "These people truly respect me and want to help me." He even showed them everything inside the palace. The men were pleased and left. The next day, they continued their act. Some massaged the king's feet, others praised him all day and won even more of his trust. The following morning, the king told them, "I am going on a trip today. Stay here and protect the palace." The king left with a few guards. As soon as he was gone, the thieves gathered together. "This is the perfect opportunity," they said. They stole the treasure, valuable belongings, and everything they could take before escaping. When the king returned that evening, the palace was empty. His crown was lying on the floor. Everything he owned was gone. Heartbroken, the king walked alone into the wilderness. He sat down and said sadly, "I always considered them my own people. I gave everything to make them happy. Why did they betray me?" The king continued walking until he reached a forest. There, under an old plane tree, an elderly wise man was praying. The king fell at the old man's feet and cried, "Wise sir, what did I do wrong? I only wanted to do good and keep everyone happy. I trusted them because life is short, but they robbed me." The old man calmly looked at the king. He picked up a dry lump of soil and threw it into the flowing river. Within seconds, the water washed it away. Then he picked up a solid stone and threw it into the river. The water flowed over it, but the stone stayed firm. The old man gently said, "Look at the soil. It was so soft that the water carried it away. Now look at the stone. It is strong and firm. Even the flowing water cannot move it." Then he placed his hand on the king's shoulder and said, "Remember these lessons for the rest of your life. A tree that bends to give sweet fruit to everyone often loses its branches after the fruit is taken. Being too kind is not generosity. It is unfair to yourself. If you never set boundaries, people will mistake your kindness for weakness." Those words awakened something inside the king.
He wiped away his tears, stood up, and found new strength. He realized that kindness alone was not enough. A good leader must also have wisdom, principles, and strong boundaries. Moral of the story: never give anyone so much freedom that they take advantage of your kindness and steal your peace or your dignity. Many of us spend our lives trying to make sure no one is upset with us, but some people mistake that kindness for weakness. Keep peace whenever you can, but never sacrifice your principles. Love your people, but never trust anyone blindly.
So friend, if you also want to watch more impactful and life-changing story like that can shape your future and make you stronger, then subscribe to our channel right now and join us on this journey. Thank you for watching.